Good morning, Prairie Hawks. Welcome to our morning announcements. My name is Maya. Today is Monday, May 11th, 2015. It is day 2 on our schedule. Students and teachers, please take a moment to greet each other.
Good morning.
It's now time for our weekly PBIS ticket drawings. Mrs. Griesel?
Good morning, Ridge Rock Stars. I'm excited to be here for another weekly drawing. We're going to start with 2nd grade today. And our winners from 2nd grade are Dylan from Mrs. Halen's class, Riley from Mrs. T. Scudder's class, Zach from Mrs. Banky's class, and Dwayne from Mrs. Hughes' class. Good job, 2nd graders. Our 4th grade winners this week are Chloe from Mrs. Wagamester's class, Taryn from Mrs. Tolley's class, Kamira from Mrs. McAllister's class, and Elizabeth from Mrs. Higgins' class. Wonderful job, 4th graders. Then we will go to our kindergartners, and we have Johnny from Mrs. Klecker's class, Julius from Mrs. Veet's class, Ava from Mrs. Bennett's class, and Maddie from Mrs. Klecker's class. Nice job, kindergartners. And our 3rd grade winners are Audrey from Mrs. Youthy's class, Noah from Miss Griesel's class, Emma from Mrs. Heckert's class, and Logan from Mrs. Griesel's class. And our last winners for this week are our 1st graders, and we have Hayden in Mrs. Sauerbrey's class, Colin in Mrs. Terwilliger's class, Connor in Mrs. Roefler's class, and Faith in Mrs. Shaw's class. Great job, Ridge Rock Stars.
We want to wish a happy birthday to Riley in 2nd grade and Mrs. Differding, who celebrated yesterday, and Pearson and Ashton in kindergarten, and Skylar in 4th grades, celebrating today. Happy birthday! And now for the weather report. Katie?
Good morning, Prairie Hawks. My name is Katie. Today's weather will be mostly cloudy, high of 64. Temp at recess will be around 57. Wind southwest 20 to 30 miles per hour. You may need your coats at recess today, and that's the weather. Back to you, Maya.
Now let's all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks for watching our broadcast. This is Maya,
Katie,
Hayden, Carly, Cole, Dieter,
Logan,
Ella,
Miss Griesel,
Mrs. Plinus.
signing off. Have a great day at school.